So, if you listen really closely to a high-level corporate meeting, you might notice something, well, kind of funny. Nobody actually commits to anything right away.
Right. Yeah. They use this highly specific, almost coded dialect of sports metaphors to just completely dodge making hard promises.
Exactly. So, welcome to today's deep dive into the psychology of corporate communication. We are jumping right into a presentation deck today. Specifically, it's called TD0020 Technical Discussions, to figure out why executives and engineers just instinctively hide behind business idioms.
Because corporate jargon really does sound like a secret language sometimes. And, we know you want to gain this knowledge quickly without feeling totally overwhelmed.
Yeah, and that is our exact mission today. We are basically handing you the decoder ring to 5 crucial business idioms. We'll explore their origins and see how you can deploy them in your next big client interaction to sound really confident.
It's a really fascinating defense mechanism. I mean, when you step into a room where millions of dollars or massive engineering projects are on the line, directness just feels dangerous.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
Which perfectly explains how projects actually start, you know, with these rough ideas that are heavily influenced by American sports terminology. Take the term ballpark, for instance.
Right, which the source notes comes from the actual physical boundaries of a baseball field.
Okay.
So asking an engineer for a ballpark figure for, say, the estimated weight of a new housing, it gives you a rough but acceptable estimate.
Yeah, it's kind of like throwing a dart at a neighborhood rather than trying to hit the specific house.
Yeah.
Keep you safe from sounding sloppy. But why do you think American corporate culture relies so heavily on baseball metaphors, specifically to communicate these low-pressure situations?
Well, I think these terms allow professionals to communicate boundaries, and initiate contact without the formality of a binding commitment. You see that exact same risk avoidance with another baseball term, touching base.
Oh, right. Yeah, like the origin of a runner physically touching a base. The deck gives the example of touching base on Monday to discuss vibration test results.
Exactly. It is just a quick, informal check-in to sync up. It lowers the stakes significantly compared to a massive, formal review.
But wait, once you've touched base and you have your ballpark numbers, you actually have to, well, prioritize the workflow, right? We have to move from abstract planning to concrete execution.
Yeah, and that is exactly where the term low-hanging fruit comes in.
Right.
These are your easy targets, so tasks with low technical difficulty but an immediate positive impact.
Like the deck mentions updating a lubrication manual today. But I have to push back on this a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Isn't grabbing low-hanging fruit just kind of an excuse for a team to do the easy, busy work and avoid tackling the really complex underlying engineering problems?
I mean, that is a fair point, and it can be abused that way, but it is actually a strategic choice. It's about building immediate momentum and project optimization.
Okay, so you really need that quick psychological win.
Right. It creates the runway needed to process really complex data into something actionable, which is our 4th idiom today.
Actionable, right, meaning capable of being turned into action. So taking raw data, like massive test logs, and turning them into specific executable suggestions for the design team.
Precisely. Because raw data is just a liability otherwise. It's the difference between handing over a massive spreadsheet of vibration test logs versus handing over a spreadsheet with a sticky note that says, hey, change this specific valve.
Oh, wow, yeah, that makes total sense. If it's not actionable, it's just noise. And it is so satisfying when you filter that noise and a small, actionable insight snowballs into a literal game changer.
Which is our ultimate goal and our final term. A game changer is a revolutionary shift in competitive advantage.
Like the source's example of a new heat-resistant coating for high-load models.
Exactly. When a team consistently knocks out those actionable items, it occasionally leads to a massive breakthrough that just completely alters the landscape of what the business can do.
So to wrap things up for you, these 5 terms, ballpark, touch base, low-hanging fruit, actionable, and game changer, they really give you a practical toolkit for project management and technical discussions.
Yeah, they let us navigate these incredibly intense corporate environments without constantly triggering our fight or flight response.
Right. But it does leave you with a final question to ponder. If our core professional vocabulary is entirely built around sports and, winning the game, how does that hidden, fiercely competitive mindset shape the way we view our coworkers and daily tasks?
That is a great point. Are we truly collaborating or are we just trying to score points?
Definitely something to think about the next time you touch base.